Hey, it's Doug Hammock here, and guess what? It is day six of my 10-day video challenge. We're more than halfway through this. I hope you've been getting a lot of inspiration from these videos and getting a lot of ideas because you realize a lot of stuff starts with ideas. The car came from an idea. The airplane came from an idea. Uh, Everything that anybody does comes from ideas, and so we're just giving out the lessons that we've learned, the things that are important in this business, the things that are important for you to know, and hope that it just really inspires you to really push forward to grab a hold of some of these nuggets, some of this truth that's coming out of the things that you need to do in business. And building a business online is not always the most simplest thing, um, but it doesn't have to be difficult. One of the things that has happened, and one of the reasons why so many people are like, you know what, it doesn't take that much, and it just takes some learning and stuff like that along. But that's the big factor. Everybody learns at a different rate and learns in different ways, and there's makes different does different stuff and does things differently, and that's why strategies are more important than the technical issues of things. Um, or and then there's also the those that are out there that's like, oh, you just follow along exactly what I did, and do it just exactly the way that I did it, and that cookie cutter thing, that doesn't always work. If you say you have 100 people that are following after you, and if they're all doing it the exact same way, there's only one or two that are going to really stand out from the rest, and it's because of something else, something invisible, something else that's within them that stands out. Although that's not really what I want to talk to you about today, but that has a lot to do with the last things we've talked about when we talked about goals, and we talked about dreaming big, and yesterday we talked about branding yourself. These are all important things. But in particular today, and this is going to be a little bit longer session that we have, and so hopefully you hang in there with me. I just want to talk to you about some of the right tools that you need in order to really build this business. Now, that being said, there's a lot of systems and companies and stuff out there that are really promoting all this built for you system where they've got everything done for you already. It's almost cookie cutter. Maybe some of them, excuse me, teach you how to put some stuff in, and yeah, that's right. This is raw, and this is just me speaking to you. Anyone can do this, and that's what I want to make a point of. Any one of us can do this. You don't have to be this big, elaborate speaker. You don't have to have all these kinds of skills and all that kind of stuff. Anyone can do this, and that's what I'm hopefully showing you through this video. Anyway, getting back to the subject of these all for you built for systems, that's great. Maybe some of you are even involved in some of those things, or you've been looking for those kinds of things, and you pay somebody a bunch of money who has built everything for you, and down to they have all the content and everything that you need to put out there. But again, I come back to, if everybody's putting out all the same content, if they're all putting out the same stuff, who's really going to win in that? Who's going to win that competition? Nobody, because they're all putting out the same stuff. And so it's important for you to understand how all this stuff works, what these tools are. It's important for you to know why these tools are, why they work, but it's also understand and how they work. But it's also, you need to have an understanding of what makes them all work, and how do I really understand how they all put together, and can I recreate in my own words, in my own way, in my own self, with my own personality, the same things and get the results that I need. And that comes through trial and error. It comes through testing, but it comes through knowing how all those tools work. So if somebody's building all that stuff for you, how are you going to know how it all works? On top of that, if it's even geared towards like a specific product, and usually they are to promote a certain product, what happens if that product goes defunct or goes away? Then could you reproduce that same thing again? If the company that's produced this thing, or even the founder, goes out of business and goes away, what are you left with? And have you really built for yourself a solid business? Have you built something that you could reproduce over and over and over again? If for some reason it were to go away, or a product would go away, could you do it with another product and another product and another product? And that's what's really important. That's how you build a solid business. So there are some people that are out there with those systems, and maybe they're making some money with that, but 1 month it's great, and then the next month it's gone, and you're left with nothing. And then you have nothing to fall back on, because everything was based on that particular company or that particular system. So it's important for you to learn the tools, but learn also the skills in how to use those tools. So that being said, I want to come back to the fact that of what those right tools are. Now, I've learned from my mentor the tools that he recommends, and my mentor has been on the top of leaderboards year after year after year after year. Every product, everything that he's ever promoted he's become like the top player in it. And he's done that by using a blueprint and by using strategy. Now, he does have some particular go-to tools that he likes to go to, but that has changed over the years. He has progressed. He has picked up other tools. And so the tools I'm recommending to you may be the tools that you'd start out with, or the tools that I use. But I mean, he might be using some other stuff that's more advanced. So it's not just stuck in a rut, but the strategies stay the same. And it's not just doing the same thing, but it's different products. It's not relying upon the company that you're promoting for, but it's relying upon you and building your business. You see, this is how it really works, and this is the important thing. So I want to talk to you about 3 main tools that you really need in order to build a business. Now, one of the first things that you really need is you need to be able to create for yourself a web page. If you're going to promote online, you need a web page. You need a place, a landing page that's going to collect an email for you, that's going to be able to build your list off of, because it's really important to build your list, because you need a group of people to communicate to and to market to. Now, you can just throw stuff out there, but the chances of hitting anything home is most people respond to you. We talked about that yesterday when we talked about branding. So you need something that's going to create landing pages. Now, there's one out there called Lead Pages. There's even GetResponse, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. Even has a place that you can create landing pages, but there's really one that really stands out as being like the number one landing page creator. And it not just creates landing pages, but it creates so much more. It's so powerful. And that's called ClickFunnels. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around here real quick, and I'm going to let you take a look at this page, because you need to see this page, because this is like their main page. So I'm going to turn this around just like this. See there? That is ClickFunnels. That's their opening page. That's where you get your start at. And you can see it's very professional looking. It's very top notch. it's unbelievably how powerful this is. Now, this isn't necessarily a completely done for you thing, but notice it says on the line there, it says, without having to hire or rely on a tech team. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know how to write code. And I'm not an IT guy in any way, shape, or form. But these guys are. And they have people that write code. As a matter of fact, the founder of this isn't even the tech guy that writes all this code. He's found the right people to surround himself with to create. He had an idea to create a product that can help everybody else be able to market online. And this is one of the best marketing systems out there. ClickFunnels. Amazing marketing system, but you got to have a landing page. Why do you need a landing page? Well, you need a landing page because you need a place for people to go to land to, that's going to begin your advertising. Now, this is just advertising. This is not marketing. Marketing comes after that, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is just the main advertising. These are all the people that are involved with it. There's a tremendous amount of support here. There's been many millionaires that have been made by using ClickFunnels because they had an idea and then they took ClickFunnels, they took the tool that's here, and it's not that they made money off of ClickFunnels. They made money by using ClickFunnels and creating their business, their future. But you can see it's all about personality. It's about branding. It's about who you are. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera back around. All right, so ClickFunnels, an important tool to be able to use to build landing pages, to build a website. This can even be your website until you get a blog page or some other website that you're creating and stuff like that. Now, that can be an important tool too, but we're not going to talk about that tool. That tool is not a tool you need necessarily to start this thing out. I'm talking about the things that you need to get started. And maybe you're already in business, but you really want to take your business to another place. This is one of those. If you aren't using ClickFunnels, trust me, this is the one that you need to be using. Now, mind you, you need to make an investment, and it does require some investment to get started. And I know there's lots of people who want to get something for nothing. They don't have any money, but they want to make money online, but they don't want to do what it takes in order to do that thing. And then this is not for you. And I'm just going to be straight up and honest with you. You need to make an investment. It's important because any business that's built, anything that's built that's going to make money requires some money to be spent in order to be able to do it. You got to pay money to advertise. You got to pay money to have the right tools. But it's not expensive in the scheme of things when you figure out how powerful and what it does. So it's pretty simple, and we talk a lot about that in our challenge. This is one of the things I learned, but I've gone further than that. I've gone through a lot of their trainings. They have some really fun trainings. It's like games to play to learn how to use it, so you don't need to be some kind of like super expert. It doesn't take much to learn how to use this system. A lot of templates, a lot of stuff to use to get started out, and then you can test and see what works for you. But not terribly expensive, $97 a month. Get you started. There's even a free trial as you're starting out. You can even test it out and stuff like that. You're going to see down in the description of this video, you're going to see a link down there, and you can check it out for yourself. So then the second thing that you need is you need an autoresponder. What's an autoresponder? Well, it's email, and this is where marketing comes in. This is where you're taking the list that's come in, that's shown an interest in the things that you have, and now you can market to them. You need an autoresponder, and this automates everything for you. What would it be like if you had 100 people on your list and you had to email each and every one of them individually? I mean, even if you were to create an email in, like, say, Gmail, and create for yourself an email and have to send that off to 100 people, you could only send that to like 20 or 25 people at a time. You can't send it out to 100 people at a time because the email engines don't let you do that. So let's take that up to a bigger scale, because hopefully you aren't stopping with 100 people on your list. Let's say you had 1,000 people on your list and you needed to email all of them at the same time. You need to send out 1,000 emails. What would it be like to try to sit down and create 1,000 emails to send out to all those people? It would take forever. And that takes a lot of time. And time is money. Okay? So a lot of us spend our time, a lot of people in life spend their time trading time for dollars. Okay? Well, the ones that are really successful and make lots of money are the ones that spend less time making the dollars. So you want to shorten your amount of time that it takes to get there so you can concentrate on the things that really do matter. The technical stuff, in the scheme of things, the technical stuff is not the important stuff. It's the content that's important. It's the message that you're sending out. It's like this video that I'm making. Those are the important things. So in the whole scheme of things, you need an autoresponder. Now, I'm going to click over here to the autoresponder. There are lots of autoresponders out there. There's MailChimp. There's Infusionsoft, which can be expensive. My mentor uses Infusionsoft for a lot of his stuff, but he's a lot bigger scale than I am. I'm just really beginning to see the real big fruits of beginning to see the fruits of success. And so I'm passing this on to you, but when I started out, I couldn't start off with that kind of stuff. So, and then there's GetResponse, which is pretty inexpensive, and it's really good. And actually, I'm a certified GetResponse. I have my certification in being able to promote and teach that. And I like GetResponse, and GetResponse was kind of cool. But the one that I really recommend, the one that I have found has the best delivery rates. It goes to the inboxes almost 100% of the time. It's really easy to use. It costs about $5 more a month, so it's about $20 a month. And that is Aweber. Now I'm going to turn the camera around really again so you can see the picture of the page, of the main page. This is Aweber. It's an email marketing platform. You create one email and then you can send that out to your entire list. As a matter of fact, you can automate it. So where you can create what they call a legacy follow-up series. And let's say someone came in today, but then let's say someone came in like 30 days from now. It starts them right from the beginning and takes them right on through the sequence. And sequences are really important in the scheme of things. This one also has a free trial. It's actually a 30-day free trial. Something to check out, something to look at. Again, down in the description, I'm going to have a link for this particular one. I'm going to flip the camera back around. All right, so now that's Aweber. That's an autoresponder. It's important for you to have that because you need to automate your business. You need to be able to speak to a lot of people, especially as your business scales up, as you get more people on your list. You need to talk to more and more people, and you need to be able to have that happen for you without having to spend a lot of time creating that particular content over and over again. You can just send out a sequence of content as it goes out. Now, the third thing that you really need is a tracking system. It's important for you to track the numbers. It's important to test. It's important for you to track all those numbers. It's also important for you that if you are using a particular promotional tool for a company, for a product that you're promoting, it's important for the integrity of everybody else that's promoting that product and for you to use what they call a custom domain. And that custom domain is connected to you. And so when we talked about branding, it's important for whatever product that you are promoting to be connected to you. Because let's say a bunch of people went out and they all promoted the product, all from the original URL from that. And let's say a bunch of people decided to be really nasty and like promote it in a wrong way or whatever. Well, if that were to get blacklisted, nobody else could promote that product. Nobody else would get any headway with that product, and you wouldn't even know about it until months and months later. So it's important for you to be able to use a custom domain. And the thing I'm about ready to show you is a tracking system. It's one of the best that's out there. I haven't found anyone that's any better. There may be other ones that are out there that people can use, and I'm not saying you shouldn't use those, but this is the one that my mentor recommends. It's the one I recommend. This is the most integrated with most of the system, with most of the autoresponders out there. It's definitely integrated with ClickFunnels. And this one is called ClickMagick. I'm going to turn the camera around again real quick. Oh, looky there. ClickMagick. Wow. It tracks and optimizes all your marketing. As a matter of fact, it gives you pixels that you can add to your web pages and your landing pages, and it keeps track of what's going on, what activity is going on your site. Also has a free trial, 14-day free trial, and it's not expensive. It's about $17 a month. So it's not expensive, but again, if you had to take all those numbers by yourself and have to put them all onto a spreadsheet by hand, what's that going to take? Lots of time, hours of time creating the books. How about if it were all set up for you? It'll even keep track of your sales for you. Amazing product. Again, ClickMagick. I'm showing you that. So I'm going to turn back around. I'm going to talk to you for another minute here. So this is another important product. Why is this important? Because you need to test and you need to see what works for you. And this will give you accurate stats on what is working for you. I know that the autoresponder has some stats that they keep track of, but it doesn't necessarily keep track of everybody that comes to you. It only keeps track of the things that are of people that are on your list. ClickFunnels also has its own set of tracking that it has, but it only keeps track of those that actually click on the page. ClickMagick, on the other hand, anytime anybody even opens anything that has to do with your landing page, it records it and it keeps track of it. So it's important to be able to keep track of all this. So these are 3 important tools that are very important to use. Now, granted, I just showed you 3 tools. You could go out, you could learn these tools on your own. It's important for you to know how to use these tools. We have a path that we follow, and these are just part of the tools that we talk about in that pathway. But there is so much more strategy behind how these integrate together, how they work together best, and how to do all that. So in order to learn all that, you'd have to come join and be a part of our path. And I'll be talking to you in the next couple days about how all that can work. But in the meantime, go check these out. Go check these 3 tools out. You don't even have to sign up for them yet. But if you want to, or if you're already using those, hey, if you're already using any of these tools, comment below and say, hey, man, yeah, I love that tool. That tool's fantastic. That thing works great. I'd love to hear from you, especially if you're already using these things. And share this with other people if you really think they need to hear this. I know this has been a long video, a lot longer than my other ones the other days, but these were important things for you to hear about today. Hey, like, share, comment. Love to hear from you. Just looking out for your success. Hey, have a blessed day.